of ASHI can be traced back as far as the 1970s. 1971 there was a military coup d'etat in Uganda, of which social, cultural and political repercussions are still being felt today. ASHI was the brainchild of Chairman David Olmer, who moved to Scotland in the 1970s and settled in West Lothian.
In very simple terms, our proposed action through ASHI will involve the relief of poverty, address education and health, and save lives.
We have a clear set of objectives that we want to see delivered within the next 12 months and also over the next 36 months. They will be directed by the board, but they will be delivered by local people on the ground here in Scotland and also on the ground in other countries where we can set up relationships with suitable organisations that are aligned to the three key objectives of water, education and health. We think that learning is a lifelong experience, and we want to go out and work with young people in West Lothian and across Scotland, different groups, so that we can develop our own ambassadors who can work with other young people and other communities, and then as they grow up and develop their own careers, that they can then pass on these messages about the fundamentals of water and fundamental resources for life and the importance of equality and inclusiveness in a very real sense.
Can you imagine? We take water for granted, we waste it, we even pay money to buy it in plastic or fancy glass bottles. It's hard to imagine that there are people who are spending all entire life and all entire days search for a clean water. It's hard to believe that nearly 1 billion people globally in developing countries do not have access to water. Can you tell me, please, what better we can give people? Water is life. It's our basic need. It's our foundation of our life. Think about for a minute, if only water you have available to drink, knowing when you drink it, it will make you sick. Or even worse, you need to give this water to your child.
All of us sitting in this room, we are a product of our geography. And therefore, if you look at that, people who are from parts of the world where there's naturally no water or little water, we're from a part of the world in this country where there's an abundance of water. Where in fact you find yourself with something abundant, then you try and help somebody else somewhere in the world where there is a shortage.
We hear about Millennium Development Goals. There were 8 of them. 3 apparently have been achieved, others have not gone very well. The third one was about gender equality and empowerment of women. And yet, post-1215, when the Millennium Development Goals were supposed to have been achieved, when the audit is done, we'll see the status of women will still be low behind the achievement. So we want to ask you to engage with the process so that you actually can comment and make suggestions about how development policies should be gender-friendly.
It is the intention of ASHI that health will become part and parcel of the activities that we will conduct in communities such as Bala. The people who usually suffer most in these kind of communities where we are in resource-poor countries is largely women and children, vulnerable population, women, children, and the elderly.
Also remember, finally, that we waste more water brushing our teeth than, in fact, some children have to live on. Thank you very much.